In order to escape the middle income trap, the Thai government has devised Industry 4.0 to reform its existing major industry clusters and scale up the development of new sectors such as robotics and digital industry. Swadika, welcome to Thailand Today program on NBT World. Today we have Mr. Nattapon Rangsitpon. He's the Director General of the Industrial Economics under the Ministry of Industry. He will tell us how OIE Forum 2018 Gear Up SIAM Industry could help achieve Thai goal. Swadika. Well, welcome to Thailand Today program, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well, so important, Gear Up SIAM Industry. So you're going to hear more why Thailand is moving forward really in the industrial side. But before that, sir, before we get into the forum, tell us about this. You belong to the Office of Industrial Economics. Tell us more about your job, please. How is the department doing?
Okay, the Office of Industrial Economics is focused on the policies and measures. We design the policies and measures to improve the industries, and also we keep data and statistics regarding the current situations of our industry as a whole. For example, this month we announced the manufacturing production index that we improved for the straight 15 months. It's consistently and steadily improving. And this month it's about 4.6% from the whole year. Probably we aiming that we could achieve about 3% plus or minus.
In hearing this, but we have a Ministry of Industry, we have you as a Director General. So is that because Thailand can move into industrialized country anyway, anyhow, quickly?
Yes, actually for the status of the industry, Thailand industry as a whole, I would say that very competitive. And when you look at competitiveness, probably we'll come back a little bit into the MPI, the Manufacturing Production Index. You see that the contributions of these indexes, 50% is coming from three major industries, like food, automotive, and electrical and electronic industries. And these three comprise of more than 50%. The other three is something like textiles, rubber and tiles, and steel and iron. But if you come back and to look at the food and automotive industry and electrical and electronic industry, you will see that these are basically export-oriented. And if you will able to export this big amount of industrial goods and products, it means that you are quite competitive. And that's when you see the companies, the big companies in this industry, it's like when you see the CPF, you see Betagro, you see Thai Beverage, or you automotive, you see Toyota, Mitsubishi, Isuzu. And when you're looking at electrical and electronics, probably you were looking at Daikin's, Delta Electronics, Seagate, WD, Western Digital. They are very competitive and globally competitive. But also when the other side of the coins, when you look at SMEs, then SMEs are probably we could spring them up a little bit. They have creativities, but sometimes they could not get this creativity into productions, in consistent production, into scalability, or put into standards, or that kind of thing. So, or putting new technology into the businesses. So this is the kind of situation that we are in right now.
Because of what you are saying now, that make EEC an interesting place, a place to look at, right? I mean, I don't know, about 500-600 Japanese companies visited EEC. Is that because of the prosperity that we are moving into it, or what?
Yes, because of those the big industry. If you look at the big three industry, like I said, if you look in, can they improve upon what they have, the competitiveness that they do? Actually, there is. You can improve what we're not so strong. We're getting better, but not so strong into logistic sense. Logistic connectivity is one of the area where EEC would come in, because these could improve. For example, the logistic cost. I think we were at We're at about number 32 right now, up from 45 places of the whole 160 countries.
Yes.
But we have room for improvement, and EEC would come into place and put in place logistics, for example, physical logistics. We're talking about airports, seaports.
Yes.
We're talking about high-speed rails, dual-track rails, and a link from 3 airports into one system, and also logistics in terms of electronics. We have fibers, we have Internet of Things, and we have the high-speed internet, and also the cellular technologies that we are planning to put in place, the 5Gs in the EEC area in coming years.
So it's not so difficult to gear up.
Well, for the big industry, I think infrastructure is most important, and we not only the physical infrastructure, but we also looking at innovation infrastructure, because Industry 4.0 in Thai terms, we're trying to look at knowledge-based industries, knowledge-based kind of value from innovation, from ideas, from design, and that's where you need infrastructure like the EECD, EECI, and also the ATRIX. If you heard about ATRIX. ATRIC is the new platform for proving ground for the tires and automotive industries that we built right in the middle of the EECs, and that kind of infrastructure is needed for the big companies. But for small companies, the SME, we also have tools and measures to improve upon them. For example, we have the ITC, Industrial Transformation Center, so they can put their creativity into production, into scalable production systems, and maybe use some new technology, new design, new tools, new verification labs to prove that their products do have place in the marketplace. So we have the ITC, we have the CIV, the Creative Industrial Villages, that can help bringing the bond between tourism industry and the SME, so they can put the 35 million tourists that come into country every year into their possible marketplace, something like this.
To our foreign friends, this is an opportunity for you to hear this from the Director General. And so Thailand is moving up so easily for you to come in and invest more and more. You can easily do that for the investors.
Yes, we'll try to improve upon the business conditions, and I think OIE Forum is the place that you can hear firsthand from His Excellency the Minister himself. What would be bringing into the business environment? You see the new law, regulations, and rules that we'll try to improve upon, so that the doing business in Thailand is more pleasant, and we'll bring in higher standards. So you will hear what kind of standards that we improving, and also we will put in depth of the direction, because when you talking about Industry 4.0, people kind of perplexing. What is Industry 4.0 and how does it apply to my companies? And the OIE Forum try to sort of customize and bringing an idea into varieties for the small and medium enterprises and for the big industries. For something very normal like agricultural or food industry that is very widespread in the countries, and also in terms of product that wanted to be incorporating some kind of service into it, into something like we call solutions or product as a service. So this is the place that we try to kickstart of these acceleration into the future.
A bright future. So what is government strategy to accelerate Thai industry towards future?
Yes, we mentioned a little bit about infrastructure for the big companies. We're trying to improve the environment. Like I said, we have measures to help the SME into the spring them up into the industry 4.0, which we call the SME 4.0. The area that SME has to improve is, that's why we call spring up. It's S is for standards, PR is for productivity, IN is for innovation, and green is for green growth, and also government, because we need to improve our government also, so that the whole environment of doing business in Thailand is So that's the kind of thing that we do, and we have the tools like I previously mentioned a little bit about the ITC, CIV, and EEC. But this will also be spread out into other parts of Thailand. For example, now we're studying how to bring the EEC models into other parts of the country. For example, in Ubon Ratchathani, or in the southern part in Songkhla area, and it would be what we give it a nickname of NEEC, which is the Northeastern Economic Corridor, and the southern part be an SEC, the Southern Economic Corridor. So, but those industry in those areas would be different from what the EEC have strength in, because in the EEC we try to pursue the next generation of industry that we call the S-curve industries. But in the area, in the rural area, probably it would be the S-curve, but only those that are based on agricultural and food or other things that is suitable to the local in that area. For example, we're doing the bioeconomy in the Ubon Ratchathani, and also, and that would be based on the cassava. But for the southern part, it probably based on palm oil or rubber, para rubber, or other kind of plants that is suitable there, and also seafood, something like this.
So we did talk about Industrial 4.0. So the government is Thailand 4.0. So this goes under that.
Yes.
It's got to walk hand in hand for that.
It's hand in hand. Actually, the Industry 4.0, we have 5 agendas that we're trying to move on.
Yes.
One is the target industries. The target industry, like I said, 10 target industry, plus the next 2 that we're designing, how do we pursue that. But the 10 target industry was designed from the strength within the industry. 5 was from what we already strong in, like the food would be food for the future. Automotive would be the next generation automotive. In electronic and electrical industry would be the IoT, the Internet of Things, the smart electronics. And those the next 5 would be those that we could build upon or modify our strength into this area. For example, the robotic that you could modify it from electrical, electronics, and automotive itself, airplanes and aerospace industry, from tourism and also electronic industry and automobile industry combined. And we have medical from electronics and from agricultural and from health industry, that hospital that we're very strong about. And this is the target industry. That would be number 1 agenda for Industry 4.0. Second would be the spring up of the S standards, productivity, innovation, green growth, and government. Improve these areas so that our entrepreneur and enterprises in the country, big or small, are stronger. And the third part is to improve the area around the country, like the EEC. The main part is the EEC. We have the SEC, we have the NEC, and also part of the north and the middle parts of Thailand. And these would come into play, and also the boundary. We have the special economic zones around the area. And the fourth one is regarding the environmental and the social responsibility, part of a green growth, because you cannot be successful in business, in industry these days with just economic success. You need to be success in consumer, social responsibility and environmental conservation. So that needs to be done. And the last part is to improve from within the government itself. And that's where we will put in place, for example, the digital licensing scheme. We have the eco sticker that we system that is combined various organizations from Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Industries, and also technical service around the world into one virtual working platform that can issue the license, the eco sticker license into to the companies without coming into the Ministry of Industry at all. And we've been doing that for 2 years already. And now we're expanding it into Thai Industrial Standards Institute license, the TC license, TIS, what we call MOGO license, and also the license of factory itself will now be on the project that we will put in place before the end of the year. And this is how we change our way of looking after the industry, change our way of moving toward the future with the industry. So both sides have to change. So these are the 5 areas that we do for the Industry 4.0.
Sound pleasant to come into Thailand. So what is the main objective? Now we come back, now let's talk about Gear Up SIAM Industry. I call it SIAM, actually there's an initial of something. So with the DGs, can you explain on this matter please, of the Gear Up SIAM Industry?
Yes, actually I'm
SIAM
sure...
or SIAM?
Yeah.
I don't know, how do you call that?
Yeah, it's
Gear Up
SIAM.
SIAM.
Yes, we gear up SIAM industry toward the SIAM,
Okay.
that you may say.
All right.
Because I'm sure you're aware that, but the viewer may not be aware that SIAM was the previous name of Thailand. And we've been call ourselves SIAM for centuries, 8 centuries that we call ourselves SIAMs. And Thailand was the current name, but most Thai knows that it's come from SIAM. Because Industry 4.0, it's quite a complex viewing, and we try to find words, we try to find a way so that people can recognize the Industry 4.0 more easily, because Industry 4.0 for Germany may be different from what it would be in Japan and in Thailand. So SIAM is the version of SIAM model is the version of Industry 4.0 for Thailand. The S stand for the S-curve industry and innovation, part of the Industry 4.0, as you know. The I is for the innovative big data, because we need this kind of information and big data to put in place. Not just the information itself, it's not about surveying or statistic, but it means the artificial intelligence, it means the big data analytics, that kind of stuff, and also the transaction that you do on the digital system itself. This is the innovation big data. And the third one is the automated industries. And we think that this is the time. This is the time that we should move quickly into automation and robotic to improve our productivity, to improve the way that we communicate with other factories, and also to maintenance, to put maintenance in place for the equipment. You need to automate industry and maybe even robotics or the new kind of production system that is connected to your own supplier, to machine supplier, and also to the customers. And this is the kind of thing that A stand for. And the last thing, you can't leave out the manpower and management, because people that work in Industry 4.0 environment has to be retrained. They will have to recognize that they will have to change the way they do things. They have to learn new things, new skills, so they can get new jobs and improving their pay. And this is the part of the manpower. And also management, because you manage the whole enterprises. That is not 3.0 anymore. You manage the 4.0 kind of environment in the organization. So you need a new set of skills also for the management. But there are tools, digital tools, and everything is not that difficult, because it's been done before in places in other countries. And also we show that on the OIE forum. We will have the success case from the big companies, from the supplier themselves, from the system integrator themselves, and also the small companies, very normal SME companies that use these systems in their business. And we think that it should show, not just showcase, but also inspire that Industry 4.0 or SIAM model is not difficult, and it is suitable for the Thai industry.
There will be hopeful there, the people to be there. So this is open for all?
Yes, it is.
Anybody can walk in?
We would prefer that they're registered. But of course it's open. But we would prefer that we open up the register on the World Wide Web, OIE, Office of Industry Economics, World Wide Web, oie.go.th. So anyone can come in and register, and I think we have some free space left.
If they are the business owner, they can also wanted to join. That is too late for that, because it's on the 10th. So
not too late. Not too late. Yes, we're open. We're open for registration. You can come in, and we'll find space for you if you're interested. Because our main objective is that the industry,
something.
The industry, the investor have their first-hand experience to know what happened in 2019 and beyond in the regulation, in the laws, in the government policies and measures. We want them to know. That's the first thing. The second thing, we want them to have the way, the thinking, the application kind of thinking that this, how does it practically apply into their own companies. Industry 4.0, how can they put these into their companies? And thirdly, we wish that they can use our facility, because we will bring in facility. For example, if they want to upgrade into automation, we bring in the whole systems that they can consult with the experts. The organization that we set up, it's called CORE, C-O-R-E, Center of Robotic Excellence, and also the Association of System Integrator, and also we have the investment promotion if you want to invest in the improving into automation and robotics, and also the financial package. And furthermore, we have the laboratory services on any industry that you probably working in. We have the laboratory to introduce you what is possible these days in the laboratory, in the proving to not just for standards, but to prove that your innovation exists have the place in the marketplace, or whether or not it works as you intended. So it's a verification kind of testing. And also we have the standards, other kind of standards that they will put in a booth to explain what is the next generation of standards, ISO and so on. So this is the third thing that you can experience in the OIE Forum this year. And the last thing is, because we have the digital service in the ministry, we will set up a booth for you can register and use our digital service, digital licensings. And otherwise you have to come to the ministry or go into our provincial offices. But now we bring this registration office in here. So
interesting. It's huge forum now. So what are the significant activities there? Any other highlight? These are the highlights.
These are the highlights.
The highlighting. So far, any challenge on this or concerned about this?
Yes, actually, when you change something, the change itself and the access to change is the challenge. Because people reluctant to change, no matter what. But most people are reluctant to change. So when you're trying to convince people that's the time to change this and the direction that they should be changed, it takes some time. And we're thinking that we tried for the past year and maybe a couple of years already to point it out that this is the direction that can bring in more profit, more productivities, and more future and more sustainable businesses to our SME, to our organization. I'm not worried much about the big companies, because I think infrastructure that will bring in with the EEC program and the countrywide infrastructure that we laid down will make that investment very competitive, much more competitive than they are today. And also we put in place the innovation and the testing facilities and EEC, IECD, so they will be very competitive. What we worried about is the SMEs. We want them to accept or open up that change do exist and it is needed. And it's not that difficult. And I think and that's kind of thing that we try to inspire with this OIE forum. And also access to change is another thing. If they want to change, then how do they change? And in what way? And that's where we put the afternoon session into specific area that if people want to change and they're interested in change in some dimensions, we have the specific seminar rooms that they can take advantage of and have some idea whether or not they want to change. And if they come up with the ideas, then we have the room outside of this auditorium to have the pavilion that they can walk into and consult their own case with the experts and even get the loan. And we have once doing this in the Manufacturing Expo a few months ago, and we've get application for loans for auto
Automobile?
automation and robotics for more than $100 million baht. So that's very good because it shows that people are starting to open up, and where they have access into SIAM, then they can decide and make decision and move forward, and that's what we're trying to do with this forum. We try to, the whole thing is that we try to ingrain SIAM with SIAM.
Well, the door for progressing is already opened for you to walk in. Wish you all the best, sir, for what you are undertaking.
Thank you very much.
We end up our program with thanks to Mr. Nathapon Rangsitpon, Director General, Office of Industrial Economics under the Ministry of Industries. Thank you so much for being here. Please come back and tell us more about this. So do not forget, if you have an opportunity to visit here, please do so.
Thank you very much.
We have a great day and thanks for watching Thailand Today, and we hope to see you again. สวัสดีค่ะ